From their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd, they're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Cincinnati.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and goal.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Ball carrier
Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
makes the score Bengals 7. Ravens, nothing. Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Going up top. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Open man is Ross, complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
On the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
the third.
Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on second and long. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Coming to you, coming to you. 57's the mic. Watch for them. Hey. Check.
Here's Jackson on third and long. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Ravens nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. That's the end of the first.
21-0 our score after 1.
Ravens nothing.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Ravens nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Irvin on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick and didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
2 yards.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Come to my work. Let's 57. 57's right. No gain on this defense. No gain. 57.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right? That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2-yard line.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
Randy Bullock.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Here's Jackson. That is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Patrick Queen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
23-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Watch the screen.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jackson on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
1st and 10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The tackle by...
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bengals
throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Burrow on play action. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The 2nd down carry for Irvin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Irvin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 35,
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
15. First down, Cincinnati.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle by
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 51 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 20. Actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
He's brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. About 3 yards there to the 27. Carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Mixon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Let's go.
You like to get tired of seeing me. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Slap.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
38-yard line.
2nd and 16. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes.
Jackson sacked. Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.